Hello guys, welcome to Pokédex. Primal Clash is finally out, so we get to play with my favorite card, which is Excadrill. I think this is my new favorite card ever. It has, basically to describe Excadrill, it can attack twice, and it sets up it himself, so the first ability, the first attack for 1 energy gets 2 energy from the deck, and then the second attack does 50 damage and isn't affected by resistance, which is cool. And yeah, that's the Pokemon. It's a wonderful guy that I think we'll see standard play. But while we don't know what this will be played in standard, maybe it's going to be Manectric, maybe it's Seismitoad, maybe it's something else. I don't know. Let's just build crazy decks to play in Pokemon trading card game online. The first deck that came to my mind is like an expanded deck. I'm actually really, really proud of myself this time because I think this deck is insanely fun to play, if nothing else, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So there's Drillbur. This is the reason this deck is only available in expanded, because on Claws, it's an attack that pumps our next attacks for 30 damage. And this Drillbur is no longer in modified, but yeah, we can play it in expanded. So basically the gist of the deck is Celebi X allows us to use On Claws as Excadrill, so we will attack twice. So if we use On Claws, the next turn our attacks, instead of 30, if we attack twice, we actually deal an extra 60 damage, because it's 2 attacks. So yeah, and I actually found a bug in this Pokemon trading cards game online, which is you actually on clause. Sorry, you if you read the attack, it says during your next turn, each of these Pokemon attacks does 30 more damage. But if you use on clause and then attack with Mac Claws, which is the damage attack on Excadrill, if I remember correctly, Mac Claw, yeah, you actually are pumping the attack on the same turn as well as the attacks on the second turn. So I think that's kind of a bug, because it clearly says here during your next turn. So the first attack, the one on your turn, on the same turn, shouldn't be affected, but, well, that's what we have. Then we have Celebi X, of course, to be able to use On Claws. We also have Verizini X. It's an amazing Pokemon because we can play Grass Energy in this deck, as Dredge works with Colorless Energy. So if we use Virizion, our Excadrill is immune to special conditions. And Dredge actually gets 2 energy, any kind of energy, so you can grab Shield Energy, which allows us to attack, and also works like a pseudo Art Charm, if you will. So Excadrill, because it's a really fragile Pokemon, it's like it has 130 HP, so it helps a lot. There's Acrobike. I don't want to spend too much time talking about this card because I think there's a lot to be said about it. I was not impressed when I first saw the set, but now I'm totally blown out by it. I think it's a wonderful card, one of my favorite cards in the set, probably my favorite trainer, to be honest. In a deck that really wants to burn out through all its cards, this card is amazing. Like this one, actually. I think this will see play in standard. It's like you're playing a 56 card deck if you're playing 4 of these, because it replaces itself. But actually it's even less than 56, because you can choose among 2 cards. So, and the discarded card you can also, if you discard, like, for example, a supporter, you can via Seeker it out later. So yeah, I think this card will make us rethink all our supporters and consistency of the deck, because via Seeker, as you guys know, is awesome in the late game, but we actually have to play a supporter previously. But with Acrobikes, maybe we don't need the early supporters as much. So there's also Computer Search for the same reason. It's a consistency card. We want to get our attackers going. There's Force Switch, because we really, really, really want to save energy with this deck to retreat, and this guy takes 3. I'm only playing 12 energy, which means 3 on each Excadrill. So we want to conserve them as much energy as we can. Then there's Ultra Balls to grab our guys. The Viasika I already talked about. There's Lysanders. There's Lysander Trump card, which allows us to get everything back into our deck. That's also very cool and works wonderfully with Acrobike. There's N and Sycamore. I don't really need to say anything about those. I am playing Shauna as well, because I felt like I wanted extra draw in the early game, but I don't know. I don't think, maybe it's not really needed with Acrobikes and all that. I'm still trying to find a sweet spot in card drawing and and consistency, so to say, with the Acrobike and VS Seeker and all that. So for now, I'm playing to Shauna. I'm only playing one Skylight. It's like a nice to have supporter to grab with a VS Seeker. If we want, for example, a switch or a muscle band. But since we don't really have those many items, I'm only playing one. Then there's Teammates, which I wasn't impressed with this card when I started playing it, but I actually think it works really well in this kind of deck where we just want to set up and our main attacker is really fragile. So if the opponent knocks out an Excadrill, we can almost always be sure that we grab like an energy and another Excadrill to put on our drill burr and be sure to keep attacking for the next turn. So I'm playing two. They're mostly going to be discarded and you're going to VS Seeker for them in the right time. So we don't really want too many in our hand. Then there's the 4 Muscle Band, because the math really works well. If you Dredge and then Hone Claw on the first turn, then the next turn you play a Muscle Band on your Excadrill and you're dealing 200 damage on the same turn. Because it's 30 plus 50 plus 20, it's 50 plus 50 from the attack times 2, which is 100. So that's the deck. Let's play it. I'm really excited about this deck. I think you guys will agree with me that it's a totally awesome deck. My opponent is already using his Team Magma sleeves. Don't really like to use fancy sleeves, but these are actually pretty nice. I mean, they're simple, pretty, and I don't like a lot of fancy stuff on my Pokemon trading card game. Okay, so there's a weird bunch of Pokemon. So my opponent is playing an Excadrill deck that retreats into Zekroms and Sigilifs or what have you. So, well, first things first, I'm going to discard these two and grab a Drillbur. Sorry. I'm going to play that thing, play the Muscle Band because why not, and then just N. I can play an energy here, and then next turn I won't play the Acrobike because I won't need any card this turn. So, ooh, there's a trade that was completed, that's nice. I'm trading 4 cards for decks to show you guys. New cards from the new expansion, probably Gardevoir or something like that. I already ordered my Gardevoirs online, so the real cards, I mean. Paper cards. It was the only card that I actually ordered. I think the Excadrills I will be able to find pretty easily, and it's like I think it's the only card I really wanted, to be honest. Let's Acrobike here. There's an energy, I guess, because I think I wanna N. Yeah, I think I wanna N because I don't wanna discard all this stuff. Or actually, I kind of do, because let's think for a bit. Yeah, the Acrobike wasn't great here, but if I N, I'm going to give my opponent a lot of stuff, so I think I will just seek. Yeah, I'll just Shauna, I don't care. Yeah, whatever. Whatever, man. There's a Drillbur, which was wonderful. Yeah, I should have played the... Oh, I forgot. I forgot to play the energy on Virizion EX. You guys will have to forgive me here. Sorry about that. There's an Excadrill coming, and I really don't want Virizion to die also, so... Okay, let's Sycamore. Okay, there's an energy. We can retreat here. Let's play this thing. And yeah, let's just retreat to Excadrill and then grab 2 shield energy if we have them. 1 and 2, yeah. I had 2 in my hand, so I was kind of worried. And now we can just use Hone Claw. Hone Claws, yeah. Then next turn, I could double Mac Claws the Zekrom and kill it. My opponent does 0 damage because I have the shield energy. They sometimes forget about that. I could... Yeah, but I want to end this turn, so I will discard... I don't want to discard the Sycamore, so I have to discard this, I guess. Let's grab our Drillbur, because I won't be playing that shield energy on my dudes, you know, unfortunately. So I will end. Okay. And now I will... Let me think for a bit. So this guy is dealing 100 damage on each attack, but if I Hone Claws first, and then I attack, I'm going to be dealing 160? 130, okay, so that's enough. And then the damage stacks up for next turn, so that's perfect actually. This shouldn't work, I think, in real life. Drillbur clearly says, during your next turn, each of these Pokemon's attacks does 30 more damage. And this is not the next turn, but whatever, man. So next turn we can actually still deal 200 damage. Oh, not anymore. Now it's only 160. Alright, I think I will, if my opponent doesn't do anything too weird here, I think I will take the turn to Lysander's trump card. Yeah, it didn't even attack, so I think I will kill his Keldeo. Yep. Do I have a Lysander out? Yeah, there's a Lysander, so I think I'll actually kill one of his attackers. There's Excadrill, which deals 70 damage with the thing, and there's Fampi, but Fampi is not ready to attack, so yeah, I think I will actually just Lysander out his Excadrill, and then Hone Claws, so it's 160 damage now, so, or 30, yeah, okay, I miscounted some, yeah, it's only twice, so it's 60 plus 70, yeah, 130, okay. Alright, I guess there's a Fampi going. I mean, not a Fampi, a Donphan, okay. I'm actually not afraid of that. It's going to deal 60 damage to us, I guess. But I will Lysander it out and kill it. With our Excadrill. There's a Shelmet. Alright, there's the 60 damage that we were expecting. Let's just charge up this tooth. Let's grab the Lysander for his Donphan, and now just Own Claws and Maclaw. Bam, 130, just enough. Let's see what my opponent shows us. Okay, so there's the Keldeo again. I can just kill the Keldeo next turn, dealing 200 damage to it, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I don't think I will be killing that Donphan here. And I don't think that Donphan is going to kill me either. Even if my opponent had a strong energy, it'd still be doing... Yeah, he needed a strong energy here. So it's dealing 40. Shield energy, pretty clutch. There's the Excadrill, that's perfect. Let's play this thing here. We can also just... Sycamore, okay. There's shield energy, I'm going to put it down. And yeah, let's hit for 200 here. Bam. Bam. Pretty amazing. Now if my opponent, whatever my opponent shows us, I think we can kill it with this Excadrill. My best, yeah, his best bet was to N, hope that we didn't not draw an energy and just retreat into Sigilyph, I guess. Because if you retreat into Sigilyph and I did not have the energy, sorry, I would have to use Dredge and then attack. Yeah, but since we do have the energy, I'm just going straight up deal 100 damage. I mean, not 100 damage, 2 times, yeah, 140, because it's 2 times 70, yeah, I think I'm counting it right, so Maclaw, bam, oh yeah, and he's weak to... Kyurem is weak to Steel, I guess that doesn't come... Oh, nice. I guess that doesn't come into play that often, but... Now it did. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. I'm having a lot of fun playing this deck. Excadrill is super incredible. I still have some other crazy ideas that aren't very good, but I will definitely be playing them. So I hope you guys bear with me, and I actually hope you guys also enjoy crazy deck ideas. Not the most competitive ones sometimes, but just super fun. And actually quite powerful, I have to say. I mean, this doesn't show you... I mean, I'm not showing you guys like a list that is going to be played in Modified, well, especially because this can't be played in Modified. And I'm also playing Celebes, which makes no sense to be played in Modified, because there's no Hone Claw. but it actually shows that the deck, the Excadrill by itself, has a lot of does a lot of damage. So the guy is pretty sweet Pokemon. Maybe you can even pair it with other non-EX Pokemon like Flareon and Leafeon. Yeah, I think, yeah, maybe I'll do that sometimes when I'm finished playing all my crazy stuff. I have other ideas for these little guys. Yes, I want to draw a card. Okay. I want more Pokemon here. Because if I play an energy and my opponent plays a muscle band, it just straight up kills us. So, okay, there's an Ultra Ball. I like that. I'm going to grab that. Going to discard this thing, and also, ugh, I would hate to discard all this energy, so I'm just going for another Drillbur. I'm going to put it down, play this energy here, and then end. Okay. I'm going to put this dude also down, and then just pass the turn. I think I will just let this Drillbur die and then just play energy on our other Drillbur, because, alright. Or maybe I lose a turn and put an energy here, and then my opponent deals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's 100 damage, minus 20 because this guy evolves, so, and it's resistant. Plus I can grab shield energy, and I take 20 also. Yeah, that's enough to kill me, I guess. So I don't think that's really that good, so I'll just put this thing down and, yeah, and just pass the turn here. Yep. Next turn, I'm going to search for a switch, I guess. If I can grab, or a muscle band. If I can, yeah, I need both. I need a way to retreat, and I need a muscle band because I want to kill that Mewtwo in one hit. Hopefully we'll be able to. Alright, now I don't really need to switch, I guess. Let's play this thing. Let's grab, yeah, okay, there's a switch. I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do that. Maybe I just want to grab the Lysander. The card I want to get, the card I get into my hand, I'm going to shuffle it back, so I think I'll just put the switch into my hand. Play this thing here. I'm not sure if I should switch into this dude. That would depend on me drawing a muscle band, which I don't think I can. I don't know if I want to risk that. Okay, let's just, okay, I will grab a Sycamore. Let's run with it. Let's just, I don't care, whatever. Okay, no muscle band, I guess. So I think I can actually retreat back into this Drillbur and just pass the turn. Yep. Okay, so that didn't work out. Doesn't matter. Yeah, maybe I should have just attacked there, because, yeah, my opponent is just going crazy here. And I have to, yeah. Oh, there's the muscle band. Wow, that was amazing. That means 70 plus 70, it's 140 damage. And then my opponent kills us. Yeah, but we can actually do something about this dude, which is insane. Yep. Yep. 70. 70. Wow, that was nice. Now I can kill that Mewtwo for sure. It's also going to kill us for sure. Oh, my opponent commits another energy. That was a big mistake. I don't think he knows what's coming. Alright. I'm cool with that. We take damage each time we hit that dude, so we are going to hit him only once, of course. That's okay here. Alright, let's just stretch. Don't need a Celebi here, I guess. So Maclaw, bam. Alright. Yeah, and we need to play Lysander's trump card to grab more attackers, because we already discarded 2 drill bursts. There's also a shield energy in the discard pile already, so... Ooh, that Shaman is getting scary, although he's only killing a normal Pokemon, not an EX, so... There's a fan club, grabbing 2 things that I didn't get to see, but yeah, I thought my opponent was going to play them down anyway, so... My opponent has a janky deck, I guess. That Mewtwo was kinda scary, but not really. Alright. What would be scary would be like a fire Pokemon that actually could hit us for weakness. Okay, so if we can kill this Mew now, but then he kills us our Excadrill. So I think I will actually, yeah, so I'll drop this dude, drop this energy on this one, drop this thing. Actually, I shouldn't have played the energy. Let's undo it, because I want to grab the Celebi, because I want to Hone Claw this turn. Okay, there's via Seekers and also Computer Search, so maybe if I draw one of those I can Lysander out his Shaman next turn. And that'll be cool. So let's put this thing down and just play this thing here and then just... Okay. Okay. We'll try to grab a Lysander next turn. So let's just Hone Claws. And then let's just Hone Claws again. So next turn we can deal extra 60 damage, so that's 60 plus 50. Still not enough, but if we... For one attack, maybe I should have played the Muscle Band there, because I would kill his Mew and then he would be forced to come forth with another Pokemon, so yeah, I don't know. His Crushing Hammer hits, and he chooses to go with my benched Excadrill, wisely so, if I may have. Okay, so what we have here. Still wanna hit that Lysander. We do hit a Lysander, that's cool. But I will be discarding an energy, and that's not cool. But yeah, let's just grab his Shaman, and then just... So it's 60 plus 50, that's enough to kill his dude, I think. So, Maclaw, yep. And then he's forced to show us another Pokemon. His Kyurem is weak against us, so I'll just Maclaw here. Don't know what my opponent... Most people just... I guess most people just don't realize that, because it almost never comes to... yeah, I guess. It almost never comes to... comes into play, the weakness on Kyurem, so I guess most people just don't even know there's a weakness there. Let's just play one more match. They are all pretty quick, and I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy this. Ooh, a fairy deck. Ugh, maybe this is the match that we meet our doom. But actually, fairy types are weak to metal, so... But my opponent seems to be playing Mewtwo's as well, maybe. And also normal type Pokemon, I don't really know what that means. Maybe it's a Kangaskhan? Kangaskhan EX. Ugh. A lot of mulligans with this deck. I'm only playing... Yeah, I guess I'm playing 7 basics, so... I don't know. will try to acrobike for a better supporter here, but if I don't get it, I'll just Skyla. Or maybe I want to Skyla for another Pokemon if I think my Drillbur is going to dive quickly. Let's see what happens. My opponent's taking a lot of time. Didn't want to make this video super huge. Let's see. My opponent is taking a long time to do anything here, so I think I'll just quit and start another match because I don't want to lose time, man. I'm recording here. Come on. Yeah, quick match. Alright, there's maybe a Seismitoad deck coming. Ugh. Actually, this kind of looks like a Plasma deck because there's the colorless symbol maybe on Lugia. I don't know if we can defeat one of those decks, but we can try. Alright, let's go with this. Oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that. I think I just passed the turn here, because that Miltank is not going to kill our Drillbur next turn for sure. So maybe this is an Empoleon deck. That's what it looks like, because there was the Psychic typing, if I remember correctly. There's an N, okay. We actually got a pretty decent hand, because next turn I can deal 70. It's not enough, okay. So I'll just Hone Claw, I guess. Alright. And my opponent did not play a basic Pokemon that he can evolve, so that's even more wonderful. Let's just grab another Drillbur, I guess. We have one Excadrill and one Drillbur prized. That's interesting to note. Dredge. Two of these beautiful energies on our dudes, and then Unclaw. We are getting ready to hit that thing. We are honing our claws in anticipation. There's a Colress. Maybe I shouldn't have played that Drillbur, but whatever. Draw your 5 cards. My opponent is not playing a basic that he can evolve, and that's wonderful, I guess. So let's just keep that Lysander in our hand. Let's play this thing here. Not playing anything else. I'm just going to Hone Claws again and then hit for a lot of damage. 130, if I remember correctly. Okay. And there's the Drillbur that we were missing. Yeah, I think my opponent is done for, I guess. Because maybe if he went with Kangaskhan... Okay, so he's going to grab the basic that he can evolve, and I'm going to Lysander it out. And then the next turn probably is going to evolve it, and then I can just Lysander out the next one. So unless of course my opponent ends us. So, but yeah, that doesn't look like it's going to happen. So I'm just going to play this thing here and then Lysander out this thing, and then I can actually I guess I can. So I'm dealing 100 damage here, so I can kill 2 of his dudes. I think I like that, actually, so I'll just Mech Claw. 1. And twice. Alright, maybe I should have waited on this, because my opponent can now end us, but yeah, whatever. I don't care. Whatever, dude. Just do your thing. Hit us with your best shot. Okay, nothing. Okay. I like nothing. We can grab... Let's just play this dude. Let's Lysander out his Pinplup and then just go from there, I guess. Excadrill, and then on claws, Mech Claw, bam. Then my attacks next turn are dealing 100 damage, so we will be able to kill 2 Miltanks in one turn. Little does my opponent know. The fact that we can own claws before the attack, I don't think was actually relevant here, because even if we owned claw and it didn't increase our attack, we would still kill his thing, and then we would still be able to hit twice here. So yeah, that's the deck. I hope you guys enjoy this. I think it's a pretty cool deck. Oh, you get a prize. Let's see what it is. Oh, there's 75 tokens. I'm done with that. I want to buy the last remaining theme deck that I'm missing, because I bought 4 of Kyogre and 3 Groudon theme decks already. I'm going to play those cards pretty soon. There's cool cards in the theme decks. We'll talk about that in videos to come. Don't worry, guys. So yeah, that's the deck. I'm really proud of it. I hope you guys enjoy this deck as much as I do. I really love Excadrill, and yeah, not really that much to say. Hit the like button if you enjoy Excadrill as much as I do, and see you guys next time. Bye!